Good evening, and welcome to the IEEE Honors Ceremony. President-elect Toshi, Fukuda, and I are excited to be here with all of you as we celebrate contributions of some of the greatest minds of our time, who have made a lasting impact and an indelible imprint on society. Let's move to the spotlight to the first two awards. These two companies have created novel electronic devices that improve human health and communications. The IEEE Spectrum Technology in the Service of Society Award is presented to Zipline.
This year's 2019 IEEE Spectrum Emerging Technology Award is presented to Sienna. Sienna is a leading way in fiber optic communication systems.
The first service award is the IEEE Richard M. Emberson Award. This year's Emberson recipient has initiated and implemented some of the most innovative and effective IEEE technical activities projects around the world to increase the reach and impact of IEEE to previously underserved populations.
Our second service award is given to a recipient who is an example of a type of volunteer IEEE needs to carry out its mission of advancing technology for humanity, and that is why tonight we present him with IEEE Harald Pratt Award.
It's now my sincere pleasure to welcome IEEE's newest member into our global community. This year's honorary member is a recognized expert on diversity and a true pioneer for the promotion of and role model for women technologists.
IEEE Corporate Innovation Award is sponsored by IEEE, using compact audio system to produce full-range, lifelike sound. This year's recipient of IEEE Corporate Innovation Award has changed the way we listen to music, both at home and on the go.
That we now present the inaugural IEEE Theodore W. Hesse Outstanding Young Professional Award.
Now let us shine the spotlight on Ted Hesse Award recipient. His impactful research in error-correcting decoders and quantum cryptography are enabling secure communications for long-distance fiber optic communications. We now present IEEE Dennis J. Pickard Medal for radar technologies and applications, considered to be one of the most influential scientists researching space-time adaptive processing for radar systems, enable powerful airborne and air-based radar technologies.
I now have the pleasure to present a very special award, the IEEE President's Award. This award recognizes a career exhibiting distinguished leadership and contributions to the public. The mathematical calculations of this recipient were critical to the success of NASA's manned space flights. Please enjoy the following video presented courtesy of NASA, which highlights the career and accomplishments of Katherine G. Johnson.
as Mom would say, I was just doing my job. I'm speechless because her favorite thing was she loved being around smart people. And I feel like that's exactly where we are for her tonight. So thanks to you, the IEEE family. Honoring our mother, Katherine Goebel Johnson, has been one of the highlights for us. To receive this 2019 Presidential Award, which I am wearing because I'm named Katherine, I'm still speechless, so thank you all so much.
I'm the oldest. I came close to being, in fact, one of my bosses said, what happened to you after he found out about my mother? But she's truly remarkable, but we would just like to say and share with you that she was like your mother. If your mother worked, she came home, she wanted tasks done, she wanted to know if we'd done our homework, if we'd done things around the house, if we had our piano lessons. She's normal like all the rest of us, but she had a real passion for learning. I think she came here a teacher, and so she was always wanting to teach other people. She wanted her class to know all the things that she knew. Her father told her, you are no better than anybody, but you're no less than anybody.
Hi there, my name is Mario Milicevic, and I'm a staff communication systems engineer at MaxLinear in San Diego, California. And today I'm being recognized here at the IEEE Vision, Innovation, and Challenges Summit and the IEEE Honors Ceremony with the as the first recipient of the IEEE Theodore W. Hissey Outstanding Young Professional Award. And I'm being recognized for some of the research that I did during my PhD at the University of Toronto on error correction, where really the impact is actually driving many of the market use cases for 5G today. You know, users always want to have really fast data, right? You have your handset and you want to watch a YouTube video really quickly. You want to find that video and watch it in 4K, stream it in 4K, no matter where you are, whether you're in a train, a bus, or walking down the street, you want that service instantly. And the only way that happens is with really powerful error correction with dedicated hardware. So during my research, I worked on how do we build architectures on chip that will allow us to perform this error correction really quickly with a high degree of power efficiency.
Actually, I'm not an engineer by graduate. I'm a physics graduate, but I got into power engineering because it was an industry that appealed to me because it served humanity and it offered a lot of technical challenges. I began it with General Electric Company, worked in equipment development a little bit, and then was fortunate enough to get into an analytical group that dealt with advances in power systems and power system analysis. Became manager of that group, and in 1969 got restless, took the heroic step of abandoning GE with 5 other courageous engineers that had substantial reputations to form Power Technologies Incorporated, PTI. And that became and is now the leader of in system analysis software throughout the world. I've had so much fun in my career that I'm embarrassed to accept an award for it.
Hi, I'm David Shea. I'm a professor at Stanford University, and I'm getting the Richard W. Hamming Medal. So my story started in 1948. That was way before I was born. At that time, a genius, his name is Claude Shannon, he visualized, his vision was an ideal communication system. So he had a blueprint on how to design the best communication system possible. But at that time, it was completely theoretical. Now, when I was a graduate student in the 90s, I studied this information theory, and I was amazed by how beautiful it is. But still, there seems to be no much practical application. Now, when I graduated, the wireless revolution was just getting started. And then I realized that all this beautiful information theory that I learned actually could have a significant impact and contribution towards this wireless revolution. And that's how I got started. Using this beautiful theory and make impact on the practice of wireless communication.
So my name is Kurt Petersen. I'm a member of the Silicon Valley Band of Angels, early stage angel investment group. And I'm the very fortunate winner of the Medal of Honor, the IEEE Medal of Honor this year. It's almost a mind-boggling kind of award for an engineer to receive. I mean, all my heroes are previous winners of the Medal of Honor. I've been fortunate to have dealt with 4 of them over my career. Calvin Quate, Millie Dresselhaus, Jim Meindl, and the last name is slipping my mind, but Bob Denard. Actually, Bob Denard interviewed me when I went to work for IBM right out of college. So it's a huge honor, but at the same time, it's I think these awards, especially this Medal of Honor award, is often not just for one person. It's for the growth of an industry. And I've been involved in MEMS for 45 years, and there's been a huge number of people who have contributed to the growth of the MEMS industry. When I got into MEMS, it was a $30 million a year industry. Today, it's a $20 billion award industry, and obviously there's been thousands of very important contributors over those years. So again, I'm very honored, but I want to make sure that I acknowledge the huge accomplishments and contributions from all those other MEMS researchers. So I think one of the contributions that I'm proud of is I interact easily both with industry and academia, and government actually. And I think it's this, a lot of innovation in the MEMS area has come out of universities, over the years. And I've been involved in starting companies where the co-founders were university professors. And I've invested in companies where the inventor of the technology was a university professor. So universities have had a huge impact, especially in the last 15 or 20 years, where these organized programs at places like UC Berkeley and Stanford, where I hang out a lot, are encouraging professors, encouraging students to be entrepreneurs. And that's kind of one of the messages I want to bring today is I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I did my first startup company in 1982. I've done, and actually that company was a failure, but the 5 startups since then have been very big successes. And I think it's important for entrepreneurs to hang in there. You do have failures, but the successes are just wonderful. And and again, the collaborations between the modern U.S. government, NSF, DARPA, NIH, and the universities and industry is just huge and is having a huge positive impact on the growth of the U.S. economy.
As we marvel at the countless achievements recognized at this honor ceremony, we are reminded of how these innovators are advancing technology for the betterment of society. The techniques and prolific resource materials of this year's IEEE James H. Mulligan Jr. Educational Medal recipient have helped shape the field of biomedical engineering.
Next, we present IEEE Medal for Environment and Safety Technologies, sponsored by Toyota Motor Corporation.
The IEEE Richard W. Hemming Medal recipient has profoundly impacted wireless data transmission by increasing wireless channel capacity and combating interference.
Alexander Graham Bell Medal is sponsored by Nokia Bell Lab. The vision and leadership of this recipient concerning wireless semiconductor technology has helped improve wireless industry by enabling low cost, low power, and robust local networks.
The work of this year's IEEE Jack S. Kilby Signal Processing Medal recipient has demonstrated the benefits that signal processing provides to applications in a diverse range of industries.
The groundbreaking research and introduction of innovative ultra-high field magnetic resonance imaging technology by this year's recipient of the IEEE Medal for Innovation in Healthcare Technology have fundamentally altered the way brain research is conducted today.
The next award is a joint award between the IEEE and the Royal Society of Edinburgh. The James Clerk Maxwell Medal is sponsored by the Maxwell Medal Fund. These honorees created the foundations that launched the system-on-chip market with microprocessors based on reduced instruction sets that proliferate today's digital devices.
The co-recipient of the IEEE Junichi Nishizawa Medal have provided powerful alternative to semiconductor lasers with their creation and continued development of quantum dot laser.
The electronic design automation tools developed under the leadership of the IEEE Robert N. Noyce Medal recipient has impacted the creation of many of the world's most advanced microelectronic components.
Our IEEE John von Neumann Medal recipient has reshaped a renewed foundation algorithm design with her long-term vision, creativity, and technical strengths, which is benefiting internet performance through improved resource allocation, network formation, congestion control, and electronic commerce.
The IEEE Founders Medal is sponsored by the IEEE Foundation. This year's recipient is recognized as one of the innovators who has impacted the smartphone revolution and has helped change the way we communicate by leading the development of what is perhaps the world's most prolific microprocessor.
The continued advancement to power transmission technologies provided by this year's IEEE Medal in Power Engineering Honoree have played a prominent role in the reliable and efficient operation of today's high-voltage transmission system.
Is the IEEE Simon Ramo Medal. This year's recipient has influenced the work of millions of software designers and programmers with groundbreaking work in hardware, software, and real-time system technologies.
The remarkable innovation of our IEEE Edison Medal recipient have pushed the frontier in ultra-fast science technology with lasers that are improving photonics and tremendously impacting physics, biology, and telecommunications.
We have arrived at our final award of the evening, and it is IEEE's most prestigious award. This year's Medal of Honor recipient unified and provided direction for the field of micro-electromechanical systems, MEMS for short, which play such an important role in today's smartphones, medical devices, and smart automotive and smart human-machine interface applications.